Hello, my name is Brian Stacks. This is my week 4 project review for ADP1. Uh, so we're here at the end of the month, and this will be my final video for this month. And I'm going to walk through step by step each feature of the app. Mr. Madamo asked me last week to make sure I go through each feature of the app. So this might be a little longer than the normal video, but yeah, I want to go through. So as you can see, we're here at my main storyboard. We've got a navigation controller that controls the whole app. That gives it, the back function, any tab view buttons you would actually want to put in. I presented the user with an information screen that gave the user a heads up that they had to let the GPS be used, or this, the application will not run correctly. And then when this screen pops up, that would actually be hit with a pop-up, to allow the GPS, and this or that either have to accept or say no. But after I would accept, they would hit the go button, and we would push to a table view. Here that's going to have a UI image of the type of establishment it is. It'll have the label. The first label will be the name of the place that got from your GPS location from the Google Places API. And then on the second label, at first I had 3 labels, but now Mr. Badamo said I should put the whole address on one line. He said to just look better, so that's what I've done. I've just took a label out and added this one, to just make it look better, more cohesive. From this table view, and you can see this table view actually in my other video, because I'm gonna upload 2 videos here. I got my marketing video and this video for my week 4. So if you look at my marketing video, you can see the table view laid out nicely with the graphics and stuff. But I also had a settings button on this view. This will take you to a settings view that just gave you a technical support. You could either click on the email, contact us by email button, or you can just tweet us, and it would bring up an automated tweet that already had the text in there starting their tweet out. That way we would know it was a technical question, and then you can just exit the view and go back to the table view. We had a UI web view here where we gave the accolades to Google and the Google Maps API and everything, so we put that into a web view because there was a lot of text, and I couldn't even get it all to fit on there, so I did best I could. You got to scroll down to see like the last 4 lines, but that's the one thing I done on the details view here, that you hit when you select your cell. You would come over, and this UI web view actually would give you the whole directions. So you would immediately get your text directions, the name, the address of the place. As you can see down here at the bottom, we've got 4 buttons. You got a road. You can click it to get the road map of where you are to the location. Also, you could take a photo without leaving the app. Just to take a photo and save it to your camera roll. You could tweet to add an image, and tweet to your social connections on Twitter, where you're at, just to sort of interact socially. And then we'd have a web view that would give a Google search of the place that you went to or that you selected out of the cell, and that would all be in here. So if you would click on the road map, you would come up here to the map view, and actually you wouldn't even, this would all be covered by the Google API map that covers the let me see what that was. Hold on one second. it was the GSM map view, and that actually takes up that whole storyboard. So before I do turn this in, I will take the map view and the buttons and all that off, because that needs to be out of my code too to make it cleaner. Here, when you hit the web view, had it some code that would automatically take your name, place, and go ahead and Google search that in web view. And this is my image view class. That where you could, when you hit the take photo button, it would open up your camera app on your device. It would let you take a picture. You could either edit it, save it, cancel. If you saved it and used photo, it would show up in your image view. Then you could either save it to your photo, your camera roll, or you could cancel it. So that's just a overall look of my app on the storyboard. As you can see, we got the from here to here to here. You got the settings button, go to here, detail view. Like I said, every view I went over, and so that's just the basics of the app right there. Like I said, I used the class of to help me strip the HTML. So just a class I made that you could get take the Hotmail and reformat it just to regular. Ended up not needing that either. Ended up doing it just a more simple way. My detail view controller, I have a lot of mutable arrays. I imported all the classes that view controller needed to see. View did load. I loaded my API data function. This was the hide my back button, where you couldn't go back to the beginning of the application screen. This is my null-free dictionary, because some of the values I was getting back from the Google API was coming back null, and it was throwing errors that was sending null values instead of nil values. So the null-free dictionary turned all my nulls to nils, actual nil objects that would be something instead of nothing. And this is my API data function that got my APIs in to a string, created a URL, got the data, put the data into a response dictionary, then took the dictionary, put it into another dictionary that was the object for the key of the results that was in the place. This is my geo location for Google. Same thing down to the geo object. The photo reference was something I was trying to do, I never got accomplished. These are looping through my values to grab them. Then we put them into our custom classes. Then we can put some of them into some mutable arrays to use throughout the rest of the view controller. This is my custom cell, and when we create the object, give some object some values. We give some images for the cell background. At first, I just ended up doing it like this with just the new custom, the text equaling that, because I had started with this, but it just seemed more simple and more straightforward this way. So I was just going to stick with what would be more simple and straightforward to me. This is of course, my rows and section. This is my segue, where I'm giving it a segue identifier, and then doing some stuff. Actually, there. At first, I was going to a couple views here, but then I changed it out, so I didn't need that. But I did need that up for my detail view. Here's some of my location manager stuff to help me with my current location. I done this afterwards. I done it a different way. I done it with just a regular way, like a real long coded out way to do it. And I just ended up doing this with where you could use the the CL location manager. I made a custom cell here that had some this is my custom cell. It gives my my outlets to my cell, my custom cell, and then it gives my and this was my refresh cell for it that I had a problem with, so I ended up not even really needing this. I ended up taking it out. These are my properties I needed to use throughout my app. Custom object. This is my detail view controller. A lot of stuff got done here, and my view did load. I'm loading the API here again to help with my directions, because I didn't need that in my first. I didn't need that in my first view, so I just done it over here. Then I took that all and put it into a hot HTML web view, because I started off with a text view, but you had to scroll through all the text to see it. And when I put it in the web view, it formatted it real nice, and where you can see everything at once. Put a lot of text, let a lot of text be put on my screen. And this is just me adding that, to that string to my HTML. This would be my social action, where you would send a tweet. Here's where I needed my identifiers to push some data to the other view controllers. That was a static send Twitter that I didn't use, and it would be removed. This is my image view controller, where I get the image view and save it to getting the image here, and then we save it down here to the UI image right, and then give an alert saying it was saved, an error if it wasn't. My web view controller just has the URL and then the name string, then it would just put that in a web view. My map view controller, which a lot of this stuff will be took off, but yes, here is where we done Google API stuff. And then we come down here and got the camera, gave the camera the screen of the CG Rec 0 of the camera. So then we enabled all the options that we could. We gave it you have a few different type maps, and we're going to switch it over to hybrid actually, because I think it looks better than it right in front of as on the fly coding there. But anyway, these are the rest of how I get my markers, and the polyline right here. This is in that. This is my dummy view controller. I just call it dummy view controller because this was my first page that showed up. We're going to get your location here. This was my location manager using CL object, just putting it into the local coordinates, a custom object. Like I said, I ended up doing it a different way also, because for some reason when I was going back through off of my saved photo, it was coming back, and every time it would run through my location again, it would go back to my first my table view cells. It would just give me an error, so I ended up having to do it both ways. This is my settings controller. Not much here, just the UI. Web view, Hotmail string, given the Google attribution that it had to have, and then also where you can email me, and it gives all the errors and everything. And this is where you could tweet us for your support needs. But that's me going over my code review. Thank you. It has been a challenging month, but also a fun and learning experience. Again, thanks.